Welcome to Partnerships for Profit, the podcast where we bring you inside the world of joint ventures, strategic partnerships, and powerful collaborations. Whether you're looking to expand your network, find new referral partners, or scale your business, you're in the right place. Let's get started.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Partnerships for Profit. I'm your host, Ana Del Rio, and this week we're joined by Courtney Clark, Firm Director at Zaner Law, with 17 years in the legal field and a 2023 CTLA Legal Staff Award under her belt. Courtney shares how strong leadership and compassion can transform both client outcomes and firm culture. Thanks so much for joining us, Courtney. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday, Friday Eve. I love that.
Right before Halloween too.
My goodness. Is it crazy that Halloween is actually like on a Friday this year? And just
it's crazy. And it's crazy to think that November is right around the corner and soon we're going to be in 2026. So
I can't. That's just a scary thought. All right, Courtney, let's jump in and tell everybody, what your background is. Tell us a little bit about yourself, share.
Yeah.
Away.
I'm Courtney Clark. I'm a firm director here in Denver, Colorado of Zaner Law, personal injury attorneys. I've been in the legal atmosphere for 17 going on 18 years. I love health and wellness. I'm a mom to 2 boys, married for 18 years and, just living the best life I can.
Love that. Oh my goodness. So you were having to balance, work and motherhood and all of that. So tell me, how did you get into the legal field itself?
So I had just broken up with my fiance at the time, and I was working for his family's company. And so I had input my resume on monster.com. I just aged myself. And a local firm
it's okay.
down said, hey, we've got a secretary position open. Do you want to come work for us for $24,000? And I was like, I don't know what the legal world is. I don't even know what an attorney does, but sounds great. So I started at that firm as a legal secretary and eventually worked my way up the ladder.
Love that. So you built a thriving legal team while raising your 2 boys.
Yes.
What's your secret to balancing high performance at work as well as at home without, burning out, obviously?
I think really trying to remember to take care of yourself and making sure that you have time, because at the end of the day, if I'm going to be a leader in the office and a leader at home, I've got to take care of me, which is kind of the health and wellness portion of my life. And realizing that you can't have it all at once. So sometimes, home life would have to be sacrificed. I might have to miss a basketball game. And sometimes I'd have to come in late to take a kid to a dentist appointment. And really working for a company who's understanding about that has really helped me thrive in this position.
No, absolutely. Now tell us what a CTLA Legal Staff Award actually is.
Okay, so CTLA Legal Staff Award, it's Colorado Trial Lawyers Association, to which I've been on a committee for legal staff for 10 years. And during the course of being a paralegal and working in the legal industry, I was very passionate to make sure that my fellow colleagues would have a place where they can be recognized. So in 2022, after a hard fight to get us recognized, we launched the Legal Staff Award at the Trial Lawyers Association dinner that happens every spring. So very excited about that award, because I think it's important to recognize people who are non-attorneys in this industry and what their dedication is and what it does for firms, and having a platform for that. So we launched in 2022, and then me and my co-founder of that award, Danielle Sandoval, received that award, which was honoring, because we never meant for us to get the award.
Right.
We were nominated. So yeah, it's to recognize being a member of the legal industry and having a pivotal role.
So I know that you said that was really honorable for you to receive. You were so honored to receive it, yes. But what did that moment represent for you, and what does it say about the often overlooked power of legal staff?
It meant to me that my loud voice and advocating for people who aren't attorneys it meant the world to me, because it was like that hard work, that showing up to meetings and advocating and really making a name for myself to help fellow paralegals and secretaries and Esquire individuals in firms were recognized. And so to be recognized by peers like, holy cow, you've paved the way for us, it's a moment that I'll never forget.
That's so beautiful. And as the chair of the CTLA Legal Staff Committee, you're leading change in these communities. What are the biggest shifts you want to see, and how firms develop and value their teams?
Well, and I think we've already seen those shifts too. I mean, I just went to a big conference, Mardi Gras. I've formed some different groups that really focuses on legal staff. And I think where we're seeing firms shift, taking notice that non-attorneys provide such a unique viewpoint of cases. They understand now that, those are the people on the ground talking to their clients. And so part of that is, you've got firms sending legal staff to conferences, allowing them to be on stage and making a place for that. And so I think we've seen a big shift in the last 5 years of firms really acknowledging that and not kind of poo-pooing, legal staff away. And a lot has to do with the leadership of firms too, and recognizing that legal staff are really important. So what I hope to see is at more conferences, at more legal association dinners where attorneys are recognized, that paralegals are recognized, that legal staff is recognized, and continuing to create a space for that, because it really is an important role at firms.
Could you give me like an idea as to what your position is as a firm director?
Yeah, so I just joked on stage a few weeks ago that I'm the it girl. So I do a little bit of everything. I like to think that I manage the 7 parts of business, from finance to marketing to people to HR. I think what makes my position so unique is because I've served in the role as paralegal, and I've done every role except attorney. It allows me to step in and help train and have that common ground with my legal staff. So I run it. My name's not on the door, but I breathe, Zaner Law in every aspect of my life. But yeah, I run from, paid time off requests to managing, the money. So it's a little bit of everything.
You are the it girl. You are the person that people need to go to get their stuff taken care of, basically.
Yep. And the line at my door is always long.
So I kind of want to get into this whole health and wellness thing that you were referring to. So between leadership, motherhood, and personal wellness, how do you stay grounded?
I stay grounded by my morning routine. And my morning routine is very important to me. I wake up, right? I wake up an hour before my kids. So during that hour, I'll spend 10 minutes, whether I'm reading a good book or journaling. Then I get my tush to Pilates. And then I get home, I make my coffee, I make my kids breakfast, and I get ready for the day. So really having that hour in the morning for me is really important, where I can, I also lay out what's today look like, what meetings are on my schedule, to know how rushed I need to be, or how I can maybe take a breath and enjoy my coffee outside on the back patio. So the morning routine and making sure I get my workout in the morning is huge.
Do you try to encourage your team to develop some sort of morning routine, some sort of ritual, so that they can, stay top of mind,
I do, because I think it's part of our success. And, the way that I run my team is, we work to live, we don't live to work. And so it's important to me that they have good balance as well. I do expect people to work hard and work really hard for our clients. That's what we're advocating for our clients, but I want them to take care of themselves. So part of that is, I bring in a massage therapist monthly. I provide that, and it's not some 5-minute chair massage. No, it's a 30-minute massage that everybody gets monthly. So I really do believe we do, we do shots, health shots. So like the green, every Wednesday is like a wellness shot that we take together.
Oh, that's fun.
So really trying to implement different healthy habits, make it fun, because truly our health is the most important thing that we have. And I want to make sure I'm advocating for my staff to the time to take care of themselves.
How has that altered, if it has, the dynamic in the workplace, just, as a whole?
Yeah, I think it provides good balance. And we've never been a firm with high turnover, which I commend my attorneys and my leadership, because we just work well as a team. But I think it allows balance for everybody. It allows it to be, people aren't scared to come in like, oh no, what if I, mess this up? I think having the balance and this team aspect is been a game changer for us. So yeah, all about health.
That's awesome. So going back to you as, as your employment, you're a firm director. For your firm, like, what is it that you guys do for the public? Like, how do you help them?
So our primary focus is personal injury. So it's really helping individuals after they've been in a car accident or in a slip and fall. We do a lot of toxic tort. So I like to tell clients, my two main concerns when I talk to a client who calls in: one, we want to make sure you get better. We want to make sure you heal. And two, we want to maximize your recovery from the at-fault party's insurance company to make sure you're compensated for everything that you've gone through. It's so much more than just the medical bills. It's pain and suffering. It's the things you've missed out on of life. It's the missed work, missed opportunities. So we really want to make the client whole after an accident has happened, and really advocating and holding their hand through that, because it can be scary, right? Like, you're not in high school and, your social studies teacher is teaching you how to manage an insurance company. Those are just skills we're not taught. And so we're here to really hold their hand through it and advocate for them.
How much contact do you guys usually have, like, as the legal staff, with the client themselves?
A lot of contact. In fact, I would say we're the front line of contact. Yes, of course, they can always talk to their attorney. Yes, of course, the attorney is reaching out. But my staff is talking to those clients multiple times a month, especially right after an accident's happened, where they're trying to figure out property damage or treatment, or, how do I get paid if I can't work? And my staff is really trained to talk to the clients, how to maneuver those situations, to walk them through. So we talk to the clients a lot. And in 17 years, I've got a handful of clients I still talk to, because I spent so much time in trial with them, or on the phone walking through different situations with them, that they've become friends. So yeah, we're on the phone a lot.
That's crazy. So, I mean, not crazy, but you kind of equate it to the health field. You guys are like the nurses and support staff for the doctors, basically. So the lawyers.
Yep, we're triaging.
Yeah, you are literally triaging. That's so interesting. I mean, how long did you say that you were with Zaner?
I've been with Zaner for 14 years.
Okay, so the bulk of your career.
Yeah.
And so how have you always been so health conscious, and so, as far as wanting to have that, what is the word that I'm looking for? I always do this. It always happens to me. And, of course we're live. So for you to understand that there is a need, and that, that the legal staff needs to be heard and seen and things of that sort. Have you always felt that way, or is it something that kind of was ingrained in you when you started working at Zaner?
No, I think it probably developed, 7 or 8 years ago, because I was working so hard at my job, and I'm just a go-getter. Like, I wanted to climb the ladder. I wanted to, and like most people, you want to be recognized, right, for your hard work. And so I think seeing that early on and not having a way for that to happen is why I wanted to pave the way. When it comes to the health portion, I haven't always been health conscious. I just turned 40 this past May.
Welcome to the 40 Club.
And I've got a teenager and I've got a 10-year-old, and I lost my mom 3 years ago from her having health conditions. And so I think over the last 3 years since that, it's really changed my outlook. Like, you're only as old as your body is, right? And so taking care of yourself, if I'm taking care of myself, I can take care of my family better. I can take care of my team better. I can show up for our clients better. And so that mind shift just happened over the last 3 years.
I love that. I love that, Courtney. All right. So do me a favor and tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me on my Instagram, which is the Courtney Clark 85. You can find my law firm at zanerlaw.com, or you can follow us on social too. Zaner Law, personal injury attorneys, would love for you guys to follow.
I love that. Thank you so much for joining us today, Courtney, and everybody that is watching. I hope that you appreciated this content, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of Partnerships for Profit. We hope you've gained valuable insights on how to form profitable partnerships and take your business to the next level. Be sure to subscribe and leave us a review wherever you listen to podcasts so you never miss an episode. Got a partnership story to share or someone you'd like to see featured on the show? Reach out to us. Until next time, keep building those partnerships for profit.